Alright guys, how's it going? My name is Mr. Boss for the win, and welcome to another episode of some Black Ops 2. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a few things you can do during the double XP weekend that's going to be coming up this weekend, and then the double weapon XP, which is going to be the 2 or 3 days after the DLC comes out. If you don't know, Treyarch always does double XP the weekend before the Tuesday of the the DLC, which in this case is Vengeance, and then after like the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, on that Friday they do a double weapon XP so that you can enjoy the maps and get double weapon XP, do all your ranking up, etc. It's not that big of a deal simply because I'm already a level 55 on 9th prestige. I'm not going any farther than that. I don't see a need to go any farther than that, so I don't rank up any, but I can still give my best tips and tricks on how, if you want to rank up 2 or 3 prestiges within a weekend, let's say you're sick or you're staying indoors, or hey, you just really want to do a Call of Duty marathon with a few bros, absolutely a few of these tips will definitely help you out right now. So this is kind of going to be part 3. I've done part 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to try to switch up my tips as best as I can. My first tip is use things that you don't typically use. You can see in this gameplay I'm using the M1216 shotgun. It's like a 4-round burst shotgun, and I never ever use this kind of shotgun. In fact, I rarely use shotguns at all. But if I do use a shotgun, it's typically going to be like a KSG or more along the lines of a Remington, simply because I think those are the best 2 shotguns. However, I haven't used the the M1216 basically ever, so I have a ton of challenges to get for it. And when you're playing on double XP weekend, you'll unlock these challenges faster. When you do get the challenges, it'll give you more XP, essentially ranking you up even quicker. You can see in this gameplay I'm using a bunch of other things like tack inserts. I'm using the Cap 40, which is surprising because it's something I typically don't use. I'm typically not a secondary guy. I typically just like to use the combat knife because at times I feel capable enough with just the primary weapon that I have that I can do well enough, to get a good score, etc. But in this case, I was using the Cap 40 because it gives me a little bit more range, surprisingly, with a shotgun. So yeah, I'm using a lot of things I'm unfamiliar with, like I said, the tack insert, and even some of the score streaks. Like, I don't use orbital VSAT as much as I would think. I definitely don't use stealth chopper. You get a lot of challenges for that. So the ultimate tip I can give you right there is branch out and use things that are different that you typically wouldn't normally use, like good old SMGs, assault rifles. Use things that you wouldn't typically use. Try to level those up because you're going to get really nice challenges, and it's going to really help you in the long run, especially through the duration of the double XP weekend. The next thing I can tell you is I know a lot of big YouTubers will tell you to go play sharpshooter or go play One in the Chamber, and that's fun and all, and their theories are correct. You gain a lot of XP in a really short amount of time. But sharpshooter for, 15 games straight is pretty mundane. It's the same maps, it's just random guns. There's no objective. It's just kill. I know TDM doesn't have an objective, but it's team-based. You're going for an objective with, you actually have classes and stuff like that, whereas sharpshooter's kind of like wild and you don't know what's going on. So I came up with a better theory. You want to play quick-paced game modes, and the quick-paced game modes I would say are kill confirmed with the team, TDM no matter what you're doing, rounds of domination, capture the flag, free-for-all. All these can be really quick game modes. The one you kind of want to not want to get into are the longer ones, so like search and destroy, demolition, because you don't know when the bombs are going to be planted. Demolition games can run 15 minutes long. Search and destroy minutes all depend on the quality of your teammates, etc. And you're trying to maximize how much score you can get in as little amount of time as possible. And if you check my score at the end of this game, you can see that I tried to do a really good job of that. I end up getting like 3,400 score, etc. And that is all in the case of getting kills, because in this instance, I call in my stealth chopper, I call in my orbital VSAT, but those are the only assist points I get. You see, I've just used my shotgun, my tack insert, and I'm not throwing stun grenades, I'm not throwing EMP grenades around the map. So all the experience points I'm getting are for my kills. And if you combine that with your ability to have a quick game mode, use weapons that you're not familiar with and possibly will get challenges for, you're gonna get some awesome, bonus experience at the end of each round. And if you just prestiged and you're like looking at a level 1 through 10, you could easily get to rank 20, and I would say, or rank 25 or 30 within the hour just doing this, because TDMs like this only last like 5 or 6 minutes. This was a longer TDM because I'm playing by myself. I'm sure if you had 2 or 3 people, TDMs wouldn't take much longer than 4 or 5 minutes at max, and I think that's awesome. because, you know, you can play, what, like 10 or 15 rounds of TDM in an hour, and that's really what you're looking for. And, you know, just maxing out your time as much as possible, because the double XP weekend, while it isn't technically a weekend, it's like Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning. It's unlikely that you're going to be playing for, what is it, you know, 98 hours straight. So you want to maximize the times you're on. There's going to be more good players on at this time, so you're not going to run into lobbies of complete guys who don't know what they're doing. You are going to run into some competent guys who might give you some challenge. So if you can get as many matches in as possible, try to get those quality ones in. You guys should do a really good job, and it should be a nice double XP weekend for you guys. So anyways, guys, my name is MrBoss for the win. This is kind of like part 3 of how to rank up quickly in Black Ops 2. In fact, I didn't even prestige until double XP weekends in Black Ops 2, so that's how confident I am that it works. Anyways, guys, like I said, have fun, take care, enjoy your weekend. I'm MrBoss for the win, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.